Well, good afternoon, everybody. My name is Brenda Avant, and I want to welcome you to Arms of Love and to all the fathers, the stepfathers, the godfathers, the uncles, and also to the people that are playing the role of a father in children's lives, whether you be grandparents or aunties, foster parents. Nonetheless, I say welcome. Welcome to Arms of Love. Many people are saying today it's about giving honor to parents that are now fathers or your parents, your father, grandfather. I say anyone that embraces a child in whatever capacity that's healthy for that child, safety, that's who a dad, a father could be represented as. So we're not going to just isolate the male figures, but the females as well, except for me. I have some very, very strong fathers in my life, my grandfather, my father, uncles, some cousins, and even my brothers, not just even my brothers, but my brothers and my son. They're all strong fathers, not just father figures. The blessings that having a parent fulfill their role as a father is fantastic. Supports the household. It lifts and blesses everyone within that dwelling. Never negate the fact that children need a father. They need a dad. And not to be treated substandard or with any derogatory comments. When you bless someone by being their parent and lifting and supporting them, your work will not go unnoticed. It will not be in vain. You may not see it when you want to see it, but believe me, along the years, it's going to be remembered. The stories that we tell about our parents and grandparents, our siblings, the fun we had as children joshing around the house with dad, learning from them. When my dad taught my brothers how to do something, I was right there, whether I was underfoot or participating, I was right there to learn it as well. Whenever my uncle came to rescue me because the batteries in my vehicle was taken when I was someplace in town that I didn't need to be in, and the battery went missing, an uncle came and rescued me. When I was having either disagreements with my parents or just needed a good getaway, an uncle rescued me. Yes, helping me communicate with parents when I didn't know how to communicate with them properly or they weren't willing to listen. It was an uncle that listened to me. It was an uncle I was able to pick up the phone and speak to long distance, all the way out in Baltimore. And I was in, I believe at the time, either Arizona, also while I was in Texas, wherever you as an individual was in any form or phase of your life, you know there was a male figure that would listen to you as a female, that would help you if you were in a distress. And I'm not talking any stranger on the streets. These are people that had your best interest at heart, your family members, whether it was your aunt's husband or your father's. best friend that treated you like a daughter, or your grandfather. Let me tell you a great story about grandfather. I remember getting my driver's license. And, I passed all the tests at school. All that's needed now is do the practice so I can take my road test with the DMV. Everybody in the family promised they were going to help. When it's time to help or teach me how to parallel park or drive the road safely, nobody had time. I get on the phone with my grandfather and I'm telling him about everything I told on the auntie, the mama, the daddy. I said, Uncle, he said yes, and now it's no. He doesn't have time for me. Whatever it was. My grandfather told me to go wash my face and come to his house. I thought he was just going to console me or listen to me to tell on why everybody else said no to me when it's time for me to go driving. After a little while, a horn blows. My grandfather says, go answer the door. Lo and behold, that was Sears driving to school to teach me how to drive on the road safely. It's a 15, 16-year old. That's what grandparents do. It's so many wonderful, wonderful stories that I have of family members and my relationship with them. Many of them are unfortunately deceased now. I miss them all dearly. My husband, my husband and I were married, and he says, well, we've got to go to the courthouse. I'm questioning why. I get to the courthouse that Monday morning with my new husband, and my son is sitting at the judge's uh, desk having a wonderful conversation about his dad and what they're doing and where we're going. And I listen. Well, I thought my parents were trying to prevent me from taking my son when we were relocating from Jersey to Texas. As it turned out, my new husband had previously, months earlier, petitioned the court to adopt my son as his son. Never was my son treated anything but cherished as a son of this man. That's what a father looks like. Being a whole person available to a child, available to rescue, support, encourage. All of those things constitute father, not just discipline or chastisement. Those things are needed, but discipline in harsh matters is not necessarily a good thing. No discipline at all is absolutely not a good thing. But when you listen to the dreams of a child, let those imaginations run freely. Wow, it's such a beautiful thing. And when fathers take on that role of listening with the intent of understanding that young person, their, their dreams flourish. That child's dreams become a vision, a future, a reality to them in the world of possibilities. It's not fleeting. And then you reward the successes of a child as a parent, and you reward the successes of a child, whether it's getting to go to camp or um, new basketball shoes or a vacation. Those memories carry on into their senior adult lives for years and years to come. Stories like when I was a little girl, my grandmother taught me how to quilt. I didn't know what I was doing, but I had my own little patch square and I was working diligently, or when she showed me how to bake something, or just talk to me. That memory, those joys. And then when you, as an adult, get to pass on that same type of love, that love in conversations, that history, the stories, it's important to share those historical stories with your children, your grandchildren, your nieces and nephews, because that's where they come from. And any child that doesn't know where they came from has no clue how to get to where they want to go. So I say, keep listening to the babies, keep talking to them, let them ask you any questions in the universe. You'll get to see what their dreams look like, their imaginations, whatever can be done to help them fulfill them, even if it's a temporary dream. So what? They may come back to that desire to be a doctor or a world renowned chef or an author, a great storyteller. All those behaviors amount to love. And when you wrap your arms around the imagination of a child, whether they're talking about their favorite toy or their new best friend at school or cheerleading, basketball, it doesn't matter. They don't have to become the next Michael Jackson and sing or the next Michael Jordan and play world renowned basketball or even the next Tiger Woods and know how to golf expertly, but they still have that memory and the remembrance of you that supported them in those flighty dreams or those I want to be a doctor, I want to be an astronaut, another one wants to be a lawyer, another one wants to know how to make their art pop, whether it's dance, a physical artist drawing or painting. It's going to pop by you supporting them. It doesn't matter what it is. They want a lemonade stand? Let them have a lemonade stand. You sit back in the background and let them become that new sales entrepreneur. They want a website. Help them. Let them build a website. Who knows? That website may become a whole new platform of learning for a lot of people, not just children, but adults. They have a view, a vision that they want to be a scientist, or they want to learn horticulture or forestry. Don't snub your nose at a dream of a child. That support is parent style. That support that you show a little one in whatever they want to do. It's important to them, make it important to you. That's what my grandparents did. Many, many different phases. And not just my grandparents, my aunts, uncles, other moms in the neighborhood. Being an only girl, I can remember my brothers having plenty of friends because it was three of them's times the number of friends that they have. Me being an only girl took a little bit more time to have as many friends as my brothers as a child, but it didn't take forever. Yeah. Whether they're new in the job market, support them. Don't discourage them. If they want to become a, a bus driver, a sanitation specialist, somebody's got to do that job. And they can do that job until they decide they want to do something else. Personally, I think I've had more jobs than any sibling of mine. and I have three brothers. I probably had more jobs than the three of them combined, but I had fun. I learned. I did something. That doesn't say that they didn't do something. They did what they wanted to do in their lives, whether it was playing softball as a little kid, driving a big rig tractor trailer cross country, ringing the bell at the stock exchange. My brother was honored with doing that this year. Or working at the same company for 40 plus years, or joining the Navy or the Army. Cousins. The family, the village is huge, whether it's remote, local, or across the country. Cousins and siblings, and it comes becomes part of that village. And it's important that the reunions of families continue. Yes, the seniors are gone, ancestors, but the next generation and the generation after them, it's important that we keep that history going because that's our legacy. And legacy is not just money. I need people to understand that legacy is history. What was left for you, whether it's financial or knowledge, it's valuable. Use it, share it, grow it, teach it, and it will benefit for generations and generations and generations to come. So when I say I'm building a legacy, believe me, it's not just financial, it's history. It's keeping up with I use ancestry.com and that chart, filling it in from time to time. And you can go back hundreds and hundreds of years, like coming up on more than 1,000 years of history in the family. Somebody needs to know that information and sharing it, sharing the pictures by whatever means they come. You take those pictures, you remember a story, or you add a story, or you share the picture, and your family members add their stories. That's invaluable. That's legacy. When you look back at those little people that you're influencing now, believe me, when you're in your senior twilight years, they will be sharing stories with you about how far they've gone, how far they've grown, all of that. It's Father's Day 2026. Yes, June 21st, 2026. While my fathers and grandfathers are no longer with me, their memories are, whether it's photographs, recordings, other people remembering stories about them. Still mine. It is still mine to share with my granddaughters, whether it goes into a time capsule, a message, whatever medium that we are communicating with. Stories like that live on, and they will live in your children and their children as long as they start continuing to be shared. Service today at church was very good, very, very good. And then it became very, very emotional as I remembered my losses. But then by a couple hours later, I was remembering my blessings and talking to my siblings and uncles that still remain, talking to a few cousins. All I have to say is enjoy Father's Day, share the knowledge, share Father's Day, be a father in whatever capacity is available to you. Now, let's talk about the mothers that have to play the role of a father as well. You can do that with grace. You don't have to belittle that male figure that may or may not be doing what they need to be doing because the children are listening. They're watching. They're looking to see how you handle the adversity that's put before you. Be graceful, be strong. And if anger wants to raise its head, don't do it before the babies. The babies did not earn that disrespect. They don't need to learn the disrespect. You can excuse yourself, find a sitter, do whatever you need to do in your quiet space, your personal space to address those feelings so that when you come back before those beautiful babies, all of that sadness and anger and vile is not spewed out on them. So whether you are a mother being mom and dad, whether you are the grandmother being a parent, raising grandchildren and or great grandchildren, whether you're an aunt or an uncle that's just there for these babies by whatever means necessary, you can certainly still be supportive and kind. Show kindness, show love. Always end up with love because this is arms of love. Now, I'm not going to keep you too much longer for this Father's Day afternoon. Go out, embrace someone with love. And if there isn't anyone physically there, embrace them through a phone call. Write a note. Remember back in the day, we used to write a letter, send it in the mail, put a stamp on it, or just leave it on the dresser. They will read it later. Journal. Journaling helps. Keep in touch. Don't alienate and isolate yourself. By all means, don't be an island. We all need each other, but we need each other in a healthy way. So I say that to say, if the relationship is not healthy, you need to get yourself to a safe space to build a healthy life, of safe life, not an abusive one, because your children don't need to experience or see that either. I know I've done a lot of talking, but mostly I've done some reflecting, whether I'm remembering the fights of friends or classmates from long ago or coworkers from not so far back. What we want to do is grow forward, grow in a safe space, grow in health, do what's most important to being a safe space for the children, for those babies. Life is hard enough for them. We don't need to add to the plights that they're going to go through as preteens and teenagers and young adults. While they're in that youthful phase, by all means, be sure, just take care of them. Listen to them, let them grow, and watch them grow. You'll have a great time, a great life for them. Get back to those reunions because our children are going to travel and they're going to go away to school and they're going to meet people that look like them, maybe have a little characteristics of somebody in their family they love. They might be their cousin. We want healthy relationships, healthy babies. So let them know who their family members are. With that, I'm going to bid you adieu. Uh, have a wonderful day. Reach out to me. My phone number or social media platforms, I'm on all of them. I am Brenda Avant, and this is Arms of Love. You can find me on social media, whether it's Facebook, Instagram, uh, you name it, TikTok, LinkedIn, same name, same love for you. Have a blessed day, everybody. Bye bye.